Và chào mọi người. Thì cái này là một phần hơi đặc biệt tại Hi-end Show Sài Gòn với đại diện của hãng Mr. Lars Venning. Thì chắc có lẽ tốt nhất thì mình sẽ để Mr. Lars sẽ tự giới thiệu về bản thân mình luôn. So, Mr. Lars, would you mind introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Lars Venning, and I have worked with this company more than 40 years with speakers, and I'm so happy to be back in Vietnam. You know, we all have a break on nearly 3 years, so it's a first trip to Asia this time, and it's fantastic we can do it together with our partner, Saigon Hi-end, and participate in this show in this weekend, the coming weekend.
Yes, thank you for coming by. And so, especially because in the Hi-end show we have both sides, Hanoi and Saigon, and most audience say that the reproduction of Raidho, especially the D5.1 and the TD line, is very close to live music. The reproduction, especially like the dynamic range and also the detail of it. So would you mind telling me about a little bit about Raidho, especially the D and the TD line, and what is that your philosophy about speaker design?
The overall philosophy is to create an open dimensional soundstage in almost 3D with clear definition of the sound and transparent delivery of sound. And you should have the feeling of brought to another universe with the Raidho speakers.
Yes.
And we achieve that the sort attention to the details with the new drivers and ribbon tweeter. We have really reached high level with the last deliveries.
So especially like for Raidho and the sub-brand Scansonic, people oftentimes mention the ribbon tweeter, the kind of magnet, I would say similar to a magnetostatic. And I think you bring here this one. Very thin layer, but the treble frequency and response is absurd.
We had started with this development since 2000 with the thin layer of the ribbon tweeter, and reputation and feedback from our customers is really, they really like the sound from the ribbon tweeter, and it feels that the sound you get is what you put in the system with the ribbon tweeter.
Yeah. So especially, like the ribbons is very interesting, but I think for most people know about Raidho, I would say about like the very high technology, because most other brands they use, like when they talk about let's say a diamond, they oftentimes they only talk about like a diamond tweeter, not a full range woofer. So I think Raidho is the only brand that can do the woofer with like diamond coating and especially a diamond tantalum as well. And would you mind sharing with us about that?
Yes, we're one of the only company in the world that can do everything in-house in our factory.
Yeah.
That means we take care of the ribbon tweeter we talked about before. We take care of the magnet system and examining every piece by piece in-house.
Yes.
And it means the membranes is 5 layer, the latest 5 layers membrane on the TD, and that means we have it starts from aluminium, and then we layer ceramic, and then we had titanium, we had diamond, finally, on the top.
Yes. So it's curious, I think, and this one I assume is a woofer.
This is a woofer titanium membrane. So it's with 5 layers.
5 layers.
We also have it on both sizes.
Both sides, well.
Yeah.
And I heard about like they throw they shoot the graphite, they shoot the particle directly into the aluminum ceramic, right?
Yes, it's a process that takes 24 hours to make this process. Wow. On the top of the carnet.
So I would assume that if a single driver would take about a day, then I would say about like a week for a big speaker like the 5.1 behind us, or maybe even longer.
To make a D5.1, we expect about 2 to 3 weeks for one person to make a D5.1.
Wow.
To make it.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so since we are talking about the D5.1, I want to talk about a little bit about the speaker design as well, because when we talk about speaker design of Raidho and Scansonic, we talk about very slim, very elegant looking speaker. So of course we know that in high-end the slimmer will be less diffraction on the speaker. There's like colors on the box as well. So how do you make that speaker very large woofer, very large, like very thick aluminum baffle, but very slim speaker? How do you do that?
Of course, we work with some of the well-known designers of speakers to make these cabinets the right design, but it's Danish designs cabinets. And we do, of course, the cabinet is simple and traditional, but we do it this way that people can see it's a speaker, traditional speaker. And we carry out in the best manner with this speaker cabinet. But we're using the best designers for sound engineer and designers at the same time.
Yes, because when we look into like a lot of others like high-end or ultra high-end speaker, they have a big box. But when we come to Raidho, we have very slim, very elegant, but the sound is very dynamic. That's impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, especially I think also perhaps especially Scandinavian design or Danish design have.
And a little bit about the last part that we have to talk about. I think because in Vietnamese people, in Vietnamese audiophile, people know Raidho about their dynamic, their details, but they kind of very picky with amplifier or the positioning. Would you have any advice for those people as well?
Of course, it could be different from room to room, but my experience is with two-in for Raidho is around 1 meter, from each side, from the shoulder and out.
From side wall?
Yeah, from side, yeah. 1 meter. But it's important that you have the tweeter beside your ears.
Yes. So we talk about like the side wall, the ear level. So would you mind telling us a little bit about amplifier matching as well? We saw like at Raidho's factory we have a Moon setup. So do you have any kind of like a recommendation for amplifier?
It's no secret that you have a good cooperation with Moon Audio. And it's a good match. It's a good match. It's a good match to our radio speakers, but of course also many famous brands on the market that can use it, because radio speaker is really easy to drive at the same time. So tube amplifiers we also have a good experience with, and many famous brands you can use also radio. It's not only one brand or two brands. It is really a wide range of brands you can use for radio speakers.
Yes. So for our customer, oftentimes I see Raidho as a company that have a lot of like customer support as well. That company that stand behind their products, even like after years, we have like a few like a D or a C, and you still services. That is very good. We would like to thank you about this one as well. Yes.
We try to do our best also to service. Normally we have offer 5 years warranty on our speakers, but we don't want to discuss anything with customers. We only want the satisfied customers. So we want the best for our end user for radio speakers, and it's not normal if there are problem with the speakers. It's very seldom that we have problem with the radio speakers today. Very seldom.
Yes, because like especially for Vietnamese in Vietnam environment as well, because very humid and very like rainy season. So oftentimes that they can cause degradation, and it's really great that you stand behind your products and help our customers as well. And anyways, thank you for coming by, and we hope to see you again in the next.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I really looking forward to the coming next 3 days, and hope there will come many customers and listen to our new speakers and hear about the new speakers and how we build them.
Yes, I'm pretty sure we will see a lot of smile on the audio and in the audience as well. Yeah. So great to see you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.